old icon there, just a big old placeholder icon. Let me just deactivate camera, reactivating hello! Good evening, everyone, and welcome to DobbsQuest Season 1, Episode 22. And good morning to Burger, yes, for all of you on across the pond. Hope you're Tuesday, early Tuesday. This is my killing shirt. So, tonight, as always, we are going to be playing more Ironsworn. And last time, things went a little bit south. So, what we found last time is that, yes, Glenn is still at 0 spirit, unfortunately. He is shaken. He cannot increase his spirit until he gets to civilization. So, here's what's going on. The team has been traveling to this collection of islands known as the Shroud that are encased in this magical, thick fog. So very few sailors are able to navigate it. Our party of 3 joined onto a ship captained by Captain Barnes of the SS Dominion. But while on board, some terrible things went on, and unfortunately, they are now essentially stranded on an island with a heavy presence of the Brotherhood. So, now, trying to find their way to safety, they have actually found another shipwrecked sailor who is actually good at sailing and might actually be able to sail them to their destination within the Shroud. But it's not going to be easy because Amara, the shipwrecked sailor, is not going to leave unless the party is able to get a hold of the treasure of Captain Barnes, which is hidden somewhere on the island. And as of last week, they did find where it was kept. The Brotherhood has several small strongholds on the island. One of them in an old sea cove along the rocky shores. So it's a difficult undertaking. So last week we broke open the Delve rulebook, where we were able to, try out a dungeon dive of sorts using those rules. So the party made their way through the twisting passages, the salt-soaked caverns along the coast of the island, and they did find their way around, for the most part, into a sort of hidden passage, eroded by time and tide, a cavern leading to the sort of hidden shipyard, where they know that, well, they believe that Captain Barnes' treasure, among other treasures, are being held to be loaded onto some ship, is what they overheard. Or, I guess that was from investigation. That was from a bit of an interrogating moment. So the party has been making their way through these caverns. Well, no switcheroo unless the dice say so. Don't worry about that. So they're making their way through these flooded caverns to one area where there was no way to avoid diving completely under to get to the other side. They've been able to deduce that the shipyard is on the other side of this flooded tunnel. So Torgan was chosen to go first, and unfortunately, the dice were not in our favor, and Torgan encountered a denizen of this site. While swimming through the waters, the murky, chilled wake Torgan was stopped by some kind of entity in front of him, and through the murky waters he felt at first what felt like netting or seaweed, but then a chilling cold hand gripped his arm beneath the waters, and that is where we left off. So now we will see if tonight these cold, watery tunnels are the end for Torgan.
I'm in danger.
And of course, now that we've done the recap, we got to introduce our three players. Playing the part of Serene the Bard, we have Daysnick.
Hello.
The sneaky thief Glane, played by GameCube.
This episode of DobbsQuest is brought to you by the Farmer's Dog. 100% human-grade food, pre-portioned and delivered to your door. Use coupon code MOONROVER at checkout for 50% off your first box.
I feel like that should have just been read by TTS. It's just not the same. And the submerged Torgan, played by Turtle.
Welcome to American Idol. To save your favorite character, you need to call in and press 1 for Torgan. That's right. Call in and press 1 for Torgan.
Normal data rates apply. Okay, well, here we are in a bit of a pickle. So more elaborate hellos. No. All right, so in this instance, I believe the very first thing to do, this is enter the fray, I do believe. So we're kicking things off right away against this ghastly submerged foe. Yeah, you just gotta pre-write everything.
If there is a next time.
If there is a next time. This could be the finale. I don't know. I'll put that in the title if I need to. So, Torgan, you must enter the fray against a formidable foe. You are ambushed. So you're gonna need to roll wits.
Okay.
Which for you is still an iron roll 2.
Okay.
But remember, you want to roll good because this is a scenario where your character could die.
Okay.
Not from one bad roll, but from a series of bad rolls.
So
And unfortunately, you don't have great momentum.
This is true. Ooh,
this
nobody
is going
does.
really well.
Nobody has good momentum right now.
Okay, well,
Just like Darkest Dungeon, that's true.
here I go.
Okay, a weak hit, so you get a choice. You can either take the initiative in this combat, or you can bolster your position to take 2 momentum.
I'll take the momentum.
Okay, that's going to put you at a nice, cool 5.
That gives me half a chance.
Yeah, that lets you avoid a very bad roll. It's a very slim chance that'll make a difference, but it gets you in a position to start building up a bit more. But
5 or a gentleman 6.
Yes, but you do not have initiative, which means that this creature is sort of in control of the combat right now, and that makes sense. You're underwater. You're in its domain here. So let's see here. The Sodden is the creature that you have encountered here, a restless spirit of someone who was put to rest in water. They are compelled to draw living victims into their watery lairs. They are driven to drown the living. So this thing wants to drown you. So, Torgen, you bolster your position. You're sort of trying to brace yourself against some kind of solid surface here. You're not really at home in the water, but you are able to at least feel your way over to the walls. But this creature is already preparing to drag you deeper and deeper and not let you leave. Now, you are still tied at the waist by rope. So, let's see. This creature is going to begin by just trying to just scratch at you and try and just kind of claw you down into the water. So, Torgen, what are you going to do here?
Well, I'm going to start by pulling that rope like crazy.
This makes sense.
I went out of there.
All right, give it a big yank, and Serene and Glane, you guys, you do feel the tug, the single, very distinct tug from the rope.
Toll.
We start pulling it in frantically as soon as we're able to in turn order.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We exchange a moment of uh-oh and start pulling.
This makes sense. So let's see here. Even though you're not really in combat yet, let's see here. I feel like, first off, Torgen, you're going to need to face danger. Now, you do have an asset that helps with this. Your shield bearer. When you face danger, using your shield as cover, you get to add +1 to this roll. So you're actually going to get, let's see, this is going to be with endurance, so an iron roll, which for you is 2. You're the best one at iron, so you're going to actually get an iron roll 3 on face danger.
Oh boy.
So this is to, okay, all right. So this is to kind of deflect the blow of this creature trying to scratch at you. Let's see here. All right, so you're able to
get another
deflect.
momentum.
You do get a momentum, yes. Wait, no.
Yes.
You succeed, but no, that's only on a strong hit do you get a momentum.
Oh, I thought it was take +1 momentum on a hit.
Oh, yes. Oh, because of your shield bearer ability. When you're clashing in close quarters. No, that does not happen.
Oh.
Indoor stress is +1 momentum on a hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for face danger, you succeed at deflecting the slashes, but I think you do lose advantage here. You begin to feel the tug of the rope, and so you're kind of previous bracing against the wall and trying to keep your bearings. You kind of release any rocky crag you found to kind of let yourself be pulled back by the rope. Okay, Serene and Glane, you are going to be pulling on the rope. You've gotten the signal for danger, and you begin to pull back on the rope. But there is resistance. Although Torgen was able to deflect the scratching claws, there's still a grip on him. And so you're going to need to overpower this. So let's see here. You're going to be facing danger with iron. This is with strength, and you both have a 1 on iron, unfortunately.
Don't let me die.
So
Uh-oh.
you guys are not super tough as far as an iron sworn goes. But you do succeed at a cost. Let's see. Delayed, lose advantage, or face a new danger. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, alright, well, I think... Ooh. losing an advantage here. A new danger. I think this doesn't even need a mechanical change here. In the struggle to pull, you are putting everything you got. Eventually, you succeed on getting Torgen back through the tunnel. But clinging to him is this creature with molted flesh and milky eyes, which now is bearing down on you as you're all in this sort of shoulder deep waters with not much air around you, but you have at least brought Torgen back. What do you do?
I would like to drop the rope and pull my crossbow out because it's my quick fire weapon that I can use without having to move very much.
All right. Let's get an iron roll 1 from you with your crossbow.
Like to aim at its soft eyes.
Oh. All right.
Let's see.
We're making a move on it. You've got some soft eyes.
Let's see how this goes to start with.
You're looking moist, sir.
All right, a weak hit. So again, you get the choice of how this is going to go. Do you want two momentum or the initiative?
There's 2 of us here. We got to start putting some dots on this thing. I'm going to take the initiative.
Okay. Once you see that Torgen has been brought back and with something clinging to it, you instinctively reach for your crossbow to line up a quick shot on it. I assume you're taking the shot here.
Yes, I pull it above the water because I guess we're waist deep, so it might be I might be pulling it out of the water.
Right.
Then lining up and popping him.
All right, we're hoping for the best.
Out of the water?
I did.
That's where he was having it.
I raised it above water level.
You can shoot it under the water too, but okay.
It'll go slower.
We'll see.
Just get it off me.
I mean, it definitely wasn't designed for underwater conditions, so we're gonna see if it actually works. So this is gonna be attacking at range, technically. So an edge roll. Iron roll 2. Oh,
Ugh.
no. The crossbow is just too soaked. It hasn't had time enough to dry out. The mechanisms are not designed for this. It misfires. The bolt springs unthreateningly out of the mechanism and just plops into the water. Your attack fails, and you must pay the price, and your foe gains the initiative. Ooh, let's see here.
Even if I'd taken the momentum, that wouldn't have let me turn that around.
Probably not. Not a
With
10
those
and an
numbers.
8. Yeah. So let's see here. What happens? How do we face danger here? What is the bad stuff? How do we pay the price? I mean, I think your crossbow is just out for this battle is the price to pay here. You found that it's just not going to work right now in these conditions. Serene.
So as soon as Serene saw the creature, she's going to start backpedaling, treading water back, because she knows in order to really be able to be effective with any of her abilities, she's going to need to be she's going to need to be in a little bit shallower water. The water's been getting slowly deeper the further we've gone in. So she's going to start kind of backpedaling and fall back a little bit,
Okay.
so that there's some distance between me and the soggy one.
Yes.
And
That's the one.
And 2, that's going to give her some time to kind of assess like her target and figure out kind of what her go-to needs to be. So she's going to have, like, we knew there was going to be a risk of some swimming on this adventure, so she did during the prep take some time to actually oil her bowstring to just in case things got soggy.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get your Enter the Fray roll here. This is going to be with heart, so iron roll 1.
Yikes. Nice. Struggling to type today. The cat is in the way. One moment. There we go.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, that was predictable.
Yeah. The bowstring is not ruined by the waters, but is still, after pulling the rope up, you've sort of like fallen backwards into the waves and completely soaked your bow. And as you pull it back, you realize that it's not fully taut right now, and you just can't knock an arrow for a moment while it kind of just is dripping absolutely wet. And so, at least for now, you're not in a favorable position at all.
I continue the fallback maneuver so that I can.
Mm-hmm.
I can set myself up to be in a better position on my next action.
All right, Torgen, you are standing there, up to your elbows in salt water, as this thing clings to your arm with one sharp clawed hand.
Okay, so let's pretend we went back in time and they didn't try anything. So after I get pulled out of the hole, I finally can gasp for air for a moment, and my first instinct is to grab hold of my sword and swipe at its arm.
Okay.
Get it to let me go.
All right. This is going to be a clash move because you do not have the initiative. So you are fighting in close quarters. You do get a bonus as a shield bearer because you're clashing in close quarters. You get to take extra momentum if you get a strong hit only.
Okay.
So this is going to be a roll of iron. So iron roll 2. Okay, a weak hit. That's still a hit there. You do inflict harm, but pay the price, and your foe still has initiative. So that is 2 harm because it is you are attacking with your weapon. So let's see here. What is the price here? So this creature is still trying to claw at you and drag you under. Pay the price. I think you're gonna have to face danger here to try to avoid being pulled off balance. The creature is smaller than you, but surprisingly strong. So this is going to be another iron roll. So iron roll 2 again. Oh, but because of your shield bearer, well, you're not really using shield as cover, so that doesn't really apply. Iron roll 2. Weak hit. You succeed. You're not going down, but this creature is still clawing at you, so you are going to endure harm here. Although you keep above the water, this creature is still scratching and clawing. You are going to suffer 1 health as a result. And now, roll an iron roll 4.
Yes. I got a good feeling about this one.
It sounds great, doesn't it? A strong hit. You can get your health back in exchange for 1 momentum, or you can take 1 momentum. So you're either going to lose a momentum or gain a momentum. If you choose to lose it, you get your health back.
I mean, you were only at 4, so...
I'll
But you only have 4 momentum.
take the momentum.
All right. Earned your momentum. You embrace the pain and press
Is that because he's
on.
geared for war that he only got hurt once?
I got a +2 for Geared for War on that hit.
The reason he only took 1 harm from health is because it was just on a face danger roll. So
Okay.
that's just for a minor face danger like that. It's not like a full-on assault from the creature yet. Okay. What happens next? The creature is clawing at Torgen. Torgen's holding his own, but still getting clawed at by the creature while trying to swipe at it with his sword. He's managed to get 1 hit with kind of the hilt, kind of like flailing at this thing. But the creature is sort of grappling with him, trying to drag him underneath.
After my bolt falls in the water, I sheath the crossbow, and I brace my arm with Torgen's non-sword holding one, and start trying to pull us out of its domain.
Trying to pull back further.
Trying to get out of the shallows and maybe back to where Serene is.
Okay.
So basically, out of the deep water and trying to get
Because I don't even know if it can follow us up here. I mean, it might be a fish
more
person.
advantage.
If it's a fish person, fight's over if we get on land.
Fishing.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
kind of trying to tug of war this thing back to, well, ideally trying to just get it to go away. Let's see here. So that does have
Strategic retreat.
yeah,
I
so
think
strategic
is the words
retreat.
we're looking for.
Shoo, go away.
Okay, this is still forceful defense, strength, endurance, aggressive action. So iron roll 1. Okay. A weak hit at a cost. Let's see here. You know what? Let's get the... Let me get the move out for pay the price. I've got that somewhere. Moves reference. Here we go.
I want you to know that I've officially lived 20 minutes longer than I thought I was going to tonight. So,
That's progress. Nice.
nice.
Ooh, but all right. Okay, so on pay the price.
I guess 69 isn't it flirts with you on the risk table.
No.
I mean, it should be.
It
but
should be, but it isn't. Unfortunately.
Puts on some sunglasses, points at you with 2 fingers, and dives back in the water.
Exactly. Ooh, this is a stressful occurrence. So,
Oh god.
yeah,
Oh, no.
this is bad.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
Yeah. So, on enduring stress, let's see here. When shaken
Surprise!
already.
Blaine's gonna die, not Torgen.
No one's expected that. All right, so let's see here. So, Banes, okay. So this is going to be an endure stress maneuver. All right, so suffer minus spirit equal to your foe's rank. If your spirit is 0, suffer minus momentum equal to any remaining spirit. I mean, that's already bad. Then, roll spirit or heart, whichever is higher. Well, that's heart for Ghislaine. Ghislaine, you need to roll an iron roll 1. And this is kind of an important one.
Is this a situation where the little momentum I have can help me, or... Oh no, it's down to 1.
It's down to 1.
How did that happen?
Foe's rank. So it was deducted for that.
So this is... Okay.
So this
do
is
I have to just get a weak hit, or do I have to, like, strong hit this thing?
Weak hit is fine. So you've got a decent chance here. Basically, you just need one of those D10s to roll low.
Do I get to know what happens if I don't?
Yes, it is. It is on screen. It is on screen. So on a strong hit, well, you pretty much are gonna get a +1 momentum. If it's a weak hit, nothing happens. You're good. You just keep on keeping on. On a miss, well, you're gonna lose that 1 momentum you have, but also. Well, it could be that you become corrupted, that you are just overcome by the gravity of the situation, of not just the current situation, but this builds on top of your already low spirit track because of all the terrible things that have been going on over the past few weeks.
Okay, all the way back to Gary.
Okay, question before he makes this roll. You know, I chose this loyalist ability for aiding an ally.
Okay.
Is this going to be? Is there any way that I can maybe shout some encouragement to him? Say, hey, you know, we've fought worse than this. We got this, and add him +1.
You're pretty well. You're pretty entangled with this thing. You may not be noticing he's not doing good.
Well, let's see here.
And I mean, I
could see this. I could see secure advantage working on one of these. It's not super common that we would do that, but because of the fact that, like, this is kind of Torgen's character, he is the all heart. The solid rock of the team. I will allow you to make an aid your ally move with heart, charm, loyalty, courage.
See, I can try to lend him some of my courage. That's kind of
a courageous beacon in the darkness here.
You're gonna be like, together we can do the thing, and like.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're gonna be making this roll at Iron Roll 4 for the aid your ally. So
rally the forces.
That's right. Okay, that is a hit against all odds. And on a hit, Torgen, you actually get to take +1 momentum. But unfortunately, the benefit for secure an advantage on a weak hit is just +1 momentum. So that's all that Glane receives in this case. Oops.
So I'm still rolling a 1 here.
You're still doing an Iron Roll 1.
With a momentum of 2.
With a momentum of 2.
Here we go, killing again.
Oh, God.
Okay, weak hit.
That was so close. Oh my goodness.
You press on.
Holy.
That snail's just dancing away in the background now, ain't it?
Yep.
It's a spirit animal. Oh, okay. All right, so you have endured the stress. You have not become corrupted or overwhelmed. Really, the one you want to avoid is face desolation. That's the spirit equivalent to face death. That's, if you have to make this roll, that's the one where your character's just possibly dead forever. That's the heart attack equivalent. Since I'm on
Dobb gets on a plane,
dungeon.
comes to my house, and kills me.
Yes. Yeah. We don't kill characters here. We kill the players. If you die in the game, you die for real.
Die for real.
Okay. Whew. Well.
You don't give him your address.
So. All right. So this was not without benefit. Glane, you are pulling Torgen back towards the. There was a sort of small island within this underwater, this cove that you've been traveling through, and you're just managing to pull him in. For a moment in the darkness, as the spray of the salty seawater causes the torch to flicker, and there's those just moments of deep darkness in the cavern. For a moment, you are teetering on the edge, feeling all is lost. But you look and see your companion Torgen there, with his mighty shield and sword, and in that moment, you are kind of renewed. You have this moment of clarity that yes, we're gonna get out of this alive somehow. We're not gonna die here in this dark, wet cave. We're going to get out of here somehow. This will not be the end of this story. And so with this renewed strength, you're able, working with Torgen, to kind of bring the battle back towards this small island. Thank you, Turtle. Where Serene is already there, because she's been kind of falling back, trying to get into a position where she can get her bow workable. She kind of is doing a tactical maneuver here of replacing her bowstring. So she hightailed it back. She's kind of like the ruined bowstring. She's just tossed that. She keeps spares in one of the several pouches she has, and she's got one that's kept dry in sort of a canvas pouch. And so she's kind of restringing her bowstring under duress, but she's getting it there. And she sees the two of you kind of, splashing towards the island. Serene, what do you want to do? You've got the bowstring secured. It seems to be in good shape.
Well, I'm going to... Well, can I get a clear shot without risk of hitting that at this point? Because I assume the creature is still kind of clinging, and they're like struggling backwards while still grappling with the creature. Is that actually the case?
Serene is confident that even in this this melee going on here, she's not going to hurt any of her companions, even if it costs her the shot. The central thing on her mind is making sure she does not endanger her friends by her own arrows. But she will take a close shot if it becomes available.
All right. Well, I want to put an arrow in it if I can.
All right.
I'm gonna wait for my opening and take a shot. Maybe yell at the boys to duck.
All right. This is gonna be an edge roll. Do you have your mask on?
Yes.
Okay.
We've had that on while we've been exploring.
All right. Just making sure on that before we call it. So roll for edge, which is gonna be an iron roll 3 for you. Unless you want to go for one of your assets. Oh, nope. That'll work.
Ooh,
and it's a match.
A strong hit.
I'm envisioning that I just put it like straight through, like right between the eyes, just like bam.
So let's see here. On a strong hit, you inflict your harm and choose one. Find an opening for 1 extra harm or take a momentum. What's it going to be?
Ooh, my momentum is garbage.
You do have garbage momentum right now.
That's a hard call. But I think at this point we need the harm more.
Okay,
So
going for the harm.
Because that punches it for 3 damage, so that should be enough to make it let go.
Yes,
and have some recoil.
That's the match right there. Is the situation changes in your favor. The blow flies into the creature's molted flesh, and feeling the sting of it, its other arm releases Torgen as the creature kind of backs away momentarily into the waters. And you have the initiative now.
Excellent. So I'm going to tell the boys to fall back. I'm going to provide cover. We want them on land because it's in the water, and we want them to not be in said water.
Yeah.
No sneak attack, preferably. Let's take away its options. The fewer options it has, the better off we are.
That's right. The deader it is, the better.
Well, technically, it's kind of already dead. We need to further dead it.
Right.
Dead it the rest of the way.
Okay.
Redead.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I was trying not to make the Zelda reference, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Trying to hunt me.
All right. So, Glane and Torgen, you hear Serene shouting, "Just get out of the water! Get out of the water!" Trying to kind of fall back to a better position here.
I'd scan the surface of the water and see if I can figure out where it is. I don't think I can get a good shot at it in the water, but I'm definitely looking for an opportunity.
Right. You know what? I feel like this is going to be a secure and advantage roll that either Glane or Torgen makes here to gain leverage by kind of getting into a more favorable position. So,
Edge is much lower. Well,
let's see here.
Glane needs to make that roll.
Yeah, Glane making that roll with edge, I think. So, Glane, an iron roll 2. Trying to get out of the water onto a more favorable position. Okay, we get a short-lived advantage. Take a momentum. All right. Well, that's something at least. Glane back up to 3 momentum, thank goodness. All right. But this is only a short-lived advantage here. It's not great. You guys are managed to scurry out of the water onto this small island, but now you're in a kind of a predicament because you're sort of surrounded by water. What's your plan from here? You got the guys out of the waves.
We have a stronger position because it has to come to us now. But we are kind of stuck here unless we want to, face it in its turf again.
Right.
So at this point, do we still have the rope tied around Torgen? Like, he's just been dragging it this whole time, right?
Yes.
Let's get the rope off of Torgen and reel that in.
Okay. Easily done.
I'm envisioning almost like fishing, like as we're pulling it in, like, can we get it to react?
Well, it has been established that I am quite a lassoer.
Let's see. What would this creature do here?
I don't know what its intelligence level is.
I've been known to throw a rope. Maybe I can try to lasso it.
I think we'd have to fashion an impromptu net, but something along those lines is not out of the question.
Right.
We need to make a strategic, like this is a brains rather than a bronze moment, I feel like.
Let's see. I think all right, I don't think it's like it's not like slow zombie kind of intelligence here. It is a physical embodiment of a drowned spirit. but it's not dumb.
Okay, so it maintains some semblance of
Yes.
human intellect.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, and this is an ambush hunter, and it no longer has the advantage, so...
Right.
It also probably doesn't have much self-preservation. Like, it's not going to run away from this fight because
Yeah, it's gonna
like
prowl
a
and look
possessed
for an
spirit.
yeah, it's gonna look for an ambush opportunity.
We're giving it a lot of like characteristics. It also has like low self-esteem. So,
Oh, okay.
maybe we can tell
We
it
could
that
take
it's not
advantage of
looking
that.
its best. I was lying about your eyes.
I'm still curious if it's able to actually like get on this island with us, or if it's
It's not
Cool.
waterlocked. Or it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Typically.
it probably is able to leave the waters, but
It won't be able to move well on land.
probably not. So, I mean, I think at this point, it's probably going to fall back.
Yeah, at this point, I think we need to... I'm going to have Glane, keep, like, I'm gonna... Glane try to keep an eye on the immediate surrounding water. I'm going to take a look at at Torgen and see what the state of his wounds are, while Glane kind of surveys our position and keeps an eye on things. This is the closest to a break we're gonna get, so I want to make sure that he's not like dying or there's not like some kind
Right.
of poison or something.
It seems to be a fairly mundane wound. No sort of poison or magic behavior that you can detect. It really does look like just a light surface level scratch here.
Okay, so it's just claws, no bonus special abilities.
Right.
So she's a little bit relieved to see that. She's gonna go ahead and slap some bandages on it, just to keep the salt out of it.
Fair. Gonna make a heal move here.
Yes.
Boy, I'm sure glad this thing has low self-esteem, because if it had friends, I'd be in trouble.
Let's see here. When you attempt to heal and you have at least one supply, you can add 2 to this roll, which is a wit, so that'd be 5. Yes. And when you score a hit... Oh, no!
oh
Well,
god,
there's a 1 in
tens.
100.
Again? This only happens to me! What did you do to the bot? I rolled a 9!
Oh my god, you did!
I mean, the 10 would probably be more salt in the wound. Hope that's not too soon.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Well, I put the bandages on there, but they don't feel good.
Well, then you
Ooh.
put the bandages on there, but we're wet. I mean, they don't stick.
They're binding bandages, like they're the kind you tie on. But yeah,
Oh, I was thinking Band-Aid.
no. We're thinking
you-
old school.
reverse nice.
We're thinking of old school like gauze and stuff.
Okay.
Reverse nice.
Reverse nice. There you go.
Not nice.
Yeah. A friend, companion, or ally is put in harm's way.
Seriously?
Whole episode.
I'll die yet. You don't stop me. I
You will
find a way
not
to
deny
die.
him a warrior's death.
I will die tonight.
All right.
I mean, last time we had an issue with a heal roll, we just decided that you asked her while she was drunk.
Yeah.
But like,
Did you wrap it around my neck?
no.
All right. All right. Torgen is 1. Glane is 2. Glane. All right. So, Glane.
Oh god, what? How am I getting roped into this?
All right. So,
Roping me into this.
Torgen is on the ground. The three of you kind of watched the sodden sort of like slowly slink back into the water until it was just gone. So, feeling a little bit relieved and taking some time to sort of compose yourselves, Torgan sits down as Serene starts to investigate the wounds. She's not encountered one of these creatures before, so she's kind of making extra sure, like, what are these things capable of? And while this is happening, I think, all right. Ooh.
Did I poke a nerve and he like kicked
No.
Glane in the groin or something?
No, I think it's worse than that, because this is not just a
That'd be
miss.
funny.
This is a match. The situation has changed.
You rolled 100 on
What
your,
have you
your
done?
Your thing is your bot hates me.
RNG is fickle. You got a match against a pair of twos. All right. There is a sound of sudden churning water as you see this creature just emerge like a graceful dolphin out of the water, arcing through the air of the cavern, clean over Torgan and Serene, slamming into Glane, clawing onto him and pulling him into the waves. It's a very strange retelling of Free Willy.
Well, you have some bandages on, but we're about to have to go drag Glane out of the ocean now, somehow.
I still want to lasso it.
Glane, you have suddenly been pulled into the waters. You need to face danger now.
Alright.
And this is going to be forceful defense. You need to roll iron. So an iron roll 1.
None of my abilities do a dang thing here.
No, I'm afraid not.
You're not designed for grapple.
You're designed for sneaking. Oh
Okay.
my god! Okay, that's not me.
God.
That's not me.
Dobbs, no.
That's not me.
No.
There are 5 10s on the board, but there are also 3 2s up there. Oh right, I'll be quiet. Hovercat's taking Gracie downstairs to go out. So the door downstairs is going to be open for a brief moment.
We can go out.
Alright.
That's just not even fair. Like, that's 1 in 100 twice in a row. That's 1 in 1,000. 10,000.
Why is this happening?
Why indeed? I mean,
Can't
it was
math
bound to
on
happen
it.
eventually. That's a lot of 10s.
You back-to-back 100s should not have happened eventually. That's outside the realm of statistics.
I mean, given an existing 100, it's a 1 in 100 chance that the next one's going to be 100.
Yeah.
Okay,
they're independent-
well,
the probability is independent of each other.
we're bringing back Minecraft. Okay, oh boy. Well, you fail. Your progress is undermined. So your attempt there was to not get dragged down into the waves, and you failed at that. So you're now underwater, with this creature clutching tightly, dragging you down. The primary drive of the Sodden, per the rulebook, is to drown the living. That is what they want to do. So, Glane, you are ensnared within its chilling embrace, being dragged down as deep as these shallow waters allow. and presumably being taken further from the island. Serene and Torgan, what do you do?
Want to dive on this thing with my sword and try to drive it down straight through its body.
I love it.
That's what I want to do.
All right.
Okay, so Torgan's gonna launch the counterattack.
I'm gonna jump right straight towards it and just shove my sword down through the middle of it. Try to pin it to the ground, the underwater ground. Pin it. I want to pin it.
Torgan is filled with righteous fury.
More double tens coming up.
Fury.
You know what? I kind of feel like I'm gonna give you another enter the fray roll here, to give you a chance of getting your initiative here. With Blade Bound, you are going to get Iron Roll 4 here.
I'm done messing around with this thing. Wait, get it.
That's an iron sword, but I get where you're coming from.
No, I'm that angry.
Mm-hmm. I feel it.
What?
Use it.
What am I doing?
Iron roll.
Iron roll. I'm so
That's the
flustered that I just want to get it.
Yeah,
Get it.
yes,
Get it.
get it. Get it.
Get it.
Get it. All right. So this is success. Strong hit. Take 2 momentum, and you have the initiative. You're up to 8 momentum now, and you have the initiative. You are rushing into the waters to take this thing head on. So this is a strike maneuver. Let's see here. You do not have anything that changes your strike roll. So this is going to be just a straight up roll of iron. So iron roll 2. A weak hit. You inflict your harm, and you lose the initiative. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. Harm is inflicted. Initiative is gone, though. So, you manage to slice into this creature through the waves, the water slowing your swing as you pass through. You're trying to just plunge deep into the waters to stab at this creature's heart. You manage to cut through flesh. The waves turn red as the blood is spilt, but the creature is still holding tight, determined to see another driven to a watery grave as it was. You lose initiative. So let's see. In that case, somehow you no longer have a favorable position in this fight.
Is my sword stuck in it?
Ooh, perhaps. The creature having the advantage underwater has some sort of grip on the hilt, and begins to twist and turn, trying to send you into the water, knocking you off balance. Face danger with iron. That's not it. Moves face danger. To see if you can hold fast and retrieve the grip on your sword. No! Oh! And not only no, but a miss and a match!
No!
No! Hold on. No. You have... No.
He has 8! He has 8!
No, 8 would match. No.
He has
No, I have to take the
exactly
consequence.
8. Oh
no.
You failed.
Stop just typing this out.
I'm not.
You hear the Sword of Zora scream as it gets pulled out of the water.
Alright. So...
The magic voice in the swords banishes the angered spirit of the sodden.
On a miss, you fail. So your attempt was to pull out your sword and maintain your balance. You failed at that. The creature's twisting and thrashing in the water has caused you to lose your footing on the slick stones beneath the water. You're not under, but you are treading water for a moment. Pay the price. The creature has wrought the sword from your grip.
Creature doesn't know how to wield a sword.
It has managed to basically, it holds now both Glane and the Sword of Zura under the water as it begins to try and push its way further and further out. Now heading towards the tunnel from this cove that leads out to sea.
You ever see that video of the crab carrying the knife, like walking through the kitchen? It's that.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to act as I'm being ragdolled around?
Yes, what would you like to do?
Alright, because that thing I rolled, what I missed, that was just me trying to not get pulled under the water, not taking damage or getting knocked out. Or
Correct. You're conscious, but you don't have a lot of air right now.
Okay. So, I keep my little fang daggers kind of like in my sleeves.
Okay.
So I'd like to pull each of them out. I can kind of see its face as it's messing with Torgen.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to try to like pull each one of them out of each of my sleeves and kind of box its ears on like a clap. Like a kind of bringing the knives together into its head.
Okay. All right. You're gonna get.
It hasn't bled out from the arrow yet. Somehow.
No. It's hardy.
Salt water is doing something.
I mean, it is sea life. It is not unfamiliar with having a bite taken out of it and continuing to swim along. All right. So, Glane is hoping to get a hold of his blades and then strike the creature with that. So I think what you're going to need to do is secure an advantage here. Right now you're effectively unarmed until you can get a hold of your weapons.
Okay.
And not your favored weapons, but something within reach is good enough. So this is going to be with precision. So this is going to be an edge roll, which is not too bad for you. Iron roll 2. Okay, a weak hit. A short-lived advantage. You successfully have grabbed the knives. All right, so now you definitely do not have initiative here. So, and this is in very close quarters, so this is an iron roll. So you're going to have to make just an iron roll 1. Okay, you do find an opening here. It's not as strong an opening as you would like, but you do manage to at least deal damage to the creature. But a weak hit, pay the price, and your foe maintains initiative. Okay. Well, let's let the dice decide here. Oh. A 7. A person or community you care about is exposed to danger. Okay. You manage to actually... You don't get the hit exactly where you want it. The creature is able to hold back the brunt of the damage when it feels you kind of moving within its grasp. So let's see here. Sword and daggers. I think the creature is intelligent enough to recognize and use weapons, even though it may not be particularly skilled at them. Exposed to danger. All right. It's not going to swim back. It's not going to swim back to try and attack someone, but it is more than happy to wrench the daggers from Glane and just sort of haphazardly chuck them back towards Torgen. So Torgen, you're going to need to face danger. This is Iron Roll 2. Wait. This is with your shield. Iron Roll 3.
Okay, here we go. Come on, get this thing off of me.
Okay.
Well, it's on Glane now. but-
Okay, well,
A weak hit. So you are able to succeed at blocking the blades flying at you with startling speed, not with great accuracy or skill to it. The blades are tumbling this way and that, so that it's easy to sort of deflect them from hitting you. However, this is sort of kind of given the creature a moment to gain some distance, and Torgen loses a slight bit of momentum in the process as the creature kind of continues to try and drag Glane out to sea to a watery grave.
Okay, do I have good enough vision to try and put a shot in on this thing?
Yes. Elves, of course, known for superior vision, even in the worst lighting conditions.
So there's enough splashing, even in the low light. I have a good enough idea where this is. I can try and put an arrow in it.
Yes, the torch, even though it's laying down on the ground, dangerously close to the splashing sea spray, illuminates enough of the glistening drops of salty water out in the distance to indicate where exactly the creature is. And from there, you get a bead on exactly where it is. Glane held dangerously close, but you believe that you can do this.
Well, I have to, or Glane's gonna die.
Yeah, by somebody's hand.
So, yeah, I have to make a shot, so I'm gonna take a moment to aim.
Oh,
I'm gonna
good
use
call.
my archer asset. I'm gonna use my
Excellent.
archer asset.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna take
that's
a moment to aim.
so that's a secured
and-
advantage move.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you secure an advantage by taking a moment to aim, choose your approach and add +1. Are you going with line up your shot?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to make this secure an advantage roll with an extra +1 because of your archer talent. So you're going with edge, which is normally 2. With your mask, it's 3. With your archer talent, it's 4. So iron roll 4 to secure an advantage.
No more 10s.
No more 10s. All right, weak hit.
9, but
Yeah, we'll take
fine.
it. We'll take it. You get to not only take the +1 momentum, you get to take an additional +1 momentum because of that archer talent. So that's 2 free momentum that you rack up there. And now you make the strike, which is going to be with edge, so iron roll 3. Had you gotten the strong hit on the secure and advantage move, you would have had an extra +1 on this one. But this is still good. Okay, that's something at least.
hit it.
You hit it.
I hit it.
Okay, well, inflict your harm, lose initiative.
Well,
Good news, bad news.
it's at max damage.
It's at max damage, but you can't end the fight.
But we need a strong hit.
You have to have a strong hit.
Like, Glane, just like punch it in the nose.
That's
Grab
what he
my
tried
sword.
to do.
Grab my
Yeah.
sword and flash
Is
at it.
his, is his hilt of his sword anywhere in reach for me?
Yes, definitely.
Torgen, I have a question, but at the end of my turn. Morgan, are you still moving forward, chasing?
I'm not really moving much at all.
Okay, because I'm just trying to figure out if I can. Because Serene saw those Glaine's daggers bounce off his shield and hit the water. She's gonna try and reclaim those because at this point, that was probably her last opportunity to get a shot. So she's gonna drop her bow on the dry ground and make an effort to try and retrieve Glaine's daggers.
Okay.
Because she doesn't carry a melee weapon.
Let's see what Glaine can do here. Glaine is trying to grab Torgen's blade.
Serene takes a note to self. From now on, just carry around a tree branch. Just something. Something to hit with.
I'm going to try to brace my leg against its chest as we're getting pulled down and use its body as a stepping stone to pull myself towards the hill.
All right, you're feeling the lack of air starting to become an issue.
Yeah.
You need to first see if you can grab hold of that sword. So you're kind of bolstering yourself up against it. And reaching for the blade. Let's see. In this case, ooh. Gosh, this is gonna be bad. I think it's got to be an iron roll 1. This is a. This is not going to be an easy one. Yeah, just do that. All right, that is a hit. You gain that advantage. All right, you find the hilt of this creature's that's held in this creature's claws. You kind of feel it. The very dim depths in an already dim cavern underwater, squinting beneath the salty waves. You see from some miracle a sword in front of you, and you reach out, flailing, grabbing at that hilt, and you're gonna try and just kind of stab this creature with it.
What I'm going to try to do, it's already in the creature. So as I climb up onto it to get closer to the sword, I want to try to drive the sword further into it as an attack.
Okay.
And then if I can finish it off, pull out the sword and kick off its body to start my swim away. Because if I pull the sword out and swim away, it's faster than me. It's going to come right back and grab me.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to drive it in to try to finish it
Bob.
off.
All right. You need a strong hit.
I know. What is this?
It's
roll
iron. It's iron.
Oh, God.
Oh. All right. Oh, no. Oh.
Why?
I can't even burn momentum to do anything about this.
All right. Oh, no. 12. You are separated from something or someone. Oh, no.
Did he make it drop the sword?
What's that?
Sword!
Well, I never got it out, right? I mean...
No.
Is the sword just laying on the bottom? No.
No, the creature still has it and is kind of holding it in place at the wound.
Maybe his hand just slips off of it, so he just loses that advantage.
I think he's separated from you. Oh, no.
Forever.
No,
well,
not forever.
Not forever. Well, maybe. If you miss like 3 more times, then maybe. Oh gosh. Alright, here's the thing. When I started tonight, I was like, alright, Torgen's gonna take some hits. It's gonna be touch and go for a bit, but then, you know, they're gonna press on and be hunky-dory. I was not prepared for Glane to suddenly be dragged to the depths tonight.
Nor was Glane. This is not the last riot I expected.
Yeah.
Well, is there any... Is there anything Torgen or I can do at this point?
I'm still
intervene.
close. I'm still close before they get away. Can I just try to bash it in the face with my shield and get a strong hit?
Yes, but I think first Torgen does have to actually manage to endure harm here.
Oh yeah.
He's been getting dragged along for a long
me?
time.
Yeah,
yeah.
Glane.
Oh
Glane
yeah,
does.
yeah. Glane, sorry.
Torgen.
So suffer minus health equal to your foe's rank, or as appropriate. This is a rank 3 foe. So,
But it is maxed out.
it doesn't matter.
Ugh.
If your health is 0, which is not. Alright, then roll plus health or plus iron, whichever is higher. Hey, you got that going for you. So, you need to roll an iron roll 2.
The fact that... Oh, goodness.
And what's the stakes on this roll?
Well, not too bad, actually. On a miss, you just lose a momentum. It only becomes really bad if you miss while you're at 0 health. So this one is your kind of freebie. And of course, that's the one that you made
strong
strong hit. There it is. Okay. Choose
We
one.
found it, everybody.
And
So you can either pay a momentum to get one health back, or take 1 momentum.
Oh God.
You're at 2.
get
You're
the
at
health
2.
back. We're going to end the fight now.
Well, that roll isn't for ending the fight, right?
Correct.
No, it won't work.
Any strong? No, not
No.
any strong hit.
No.
Oh no.
Only on an attack roll. This was a him taking damage roll, not the creature.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If it hurts me again, it's gonna hurt me for 3 damage again, right?
Yes.
So I'll take the momentum. Right?
All right.
Because if I go up 1 and it hurts me 3, well, guess what?
You are equally as
That's
as
true.
SOL.
That's true.
I'm as dead as a mole.
Okay, I have one possible option that we don't really use that often.
Tied, because we're in the water, you see.
It does work that
Nice.
way, doesn't it? Now, here's the thing. This is a big one. When you risk it all, steal initiative, make a move with a +1. So this is a one-time chance to make a strike with a +1 bonus. But
Ever or per battle?
per battle.
Okay.
Once per fight. But if you fail, you suffer a dire outcome.
Am I able to use momentum in this roll, or is it like a one-shot?
Yeah, momentum can be used in this.
Okay.
But here's, I mean, anybody can take advantage of this, really. But only once per battle for the whole team.
Well, I've got
I
a
mean-
7 momentum,
Yeah, he's got more than me.
and
He's
it's,
got to come get your sword, you jerk.
and if it's an iron roll, if it's an iron roll, then I've also got higher iron.
You do.
So it would be a 3 for me.
You might have the only shot here.
The sword is calling to you, Torgen.
I'm
Yeah.
going to do it. I'm going to risk it all.
Oh my gosh, this could actually be it. I can't make excuses for the dice. Like,
Okay.
if they specify that you're dead, you're dead.
All right, here we go.
I am
All right.
still on the island.
Here we go.
I
All right.
am the only person who might be safe right now.
All right, so here we
Okay.
go. We're going to turn the tide. We're going to risk it all, steal initiative, make a move with an extra +1. So this is going to become not a clash, because now you have initiative. You're stealing the initiative, and you're going to make an... Oh, wait, not that. Here we go. This one, you're going to make an...
To make an edge roll.
What?
Do you have to make an edge roll on this one?
Well, I assume in this you're like making one last like big lunge to kind of reach out to the creature to see if you can manage. So we can do this as an iron roll.
Okay. Yes, please.
All right. In which case, this is going to be with iron with an extra +1.
Okay, here I go. Here I go.
And remember, we need a strong hit.
No! It's a weak hit.
It's a weak hit.
Okay, well, at least you aren't dead.
Whoops, that's not the one.
I just lost initiative.
Yeah. Lost a lot
Okay,
more
but,
than
but
that.
you're not dead.
He's not
Yeah,
dead.
but the harm means nothing.
The harm means nothing.
But at least you're not dead.
But the turn of the tide's been used now.
Well, and yeah, here's the big thing. You must suffer a dire outcome. I think at this point, you guys are no longer in the fight.
No, it says if you fail to score a hit. He scored a hit.
Oh,
it
okay,
just
okay.
wasn't-
All right, that's fair. That's fair. That's true. That's true. Gosh, they really should have made that clearer, shouldn't they have? Reading.
Reading. It's important.
Timing.
Technically, it's a hit. It just doesn't actually do us any good, but it's a hit.
It does say if I fail to score a hit, and I did hit.
Yeah.
Middle of the road. So I gained nothing. Nothing happened. So it's basically a fail.
Yeah.
But only in technicality, for the mechanics of the game and this event, you hit. It just
Yeah.
was a glancing blow and didn't actually accomplish anything.
I want to make
I
sure.
still think it's still gonna be up to Glane. He's still gonna have to crash against this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Ooh,
Right,
I have
here
an
we go.
interesting question.
Okay.
So, we described this as a possessed spirit, right?
Uh-huh.
Does the banishing spell I learned in the Deep Woods work?
Ooh, that is quite a stretch.
I mean, it's basically an undead ghost. It's undead. It's a ghost possessing the rotting corpse of a drowned person. Like, I don't
Ooh.
know if it would work, but I don't have a better option. It can't hurt to try.
It shouldn't work, but
It might.
it might. All right, hang on. There's an asset.
It's a very different kind of attack.
Yeah. So there is a ritual that kind of is similar to that in some way.
Well, do you want me to just let you drown?
Oh gosh. All right, let's see here. You know, divination, no.
This is why Dobbs is the hooded figure above us.
Yes.
We need to get him a scythe for Halloween.
Oh, this will be over by Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently.
All right, let's let the dice decide it.
Don't do that.
It's very unlikely. It's very unlikely that that ritual would work.
We're grasping at straws, but we're down to those.
Exactly, we're down to the
grasping
straws. Yeah, we're taking whatever straws we can find. Let's see here. Where's the... Oh, no. Here we go. Okay. All right, small chance, 91 or greater, that this could have an effect.
I mean, that small?
It's a small chance.
VV small.
All right, well, that would have succeeded only if it was almost certain. Okay.
Oh, well.
Okay. I liked the idea. All right.
There's too much water in the way now. It can't.
Yeah, Blaine, I think it's up to you.
I'm on my own.
You're on your own, which is... It's how it started, really, isn't it, with Blaine? Blaine has always kind of been on his own.
And how it might end.
Mm-hmm.
Moments of Gary are flashing as I'm fighting this thing.
Yes. Oh, no.
It meow echoes off the walls of the cavern.
Okay. All right, hang on. I need to think about this. We're gonna have to plan this out because I want this to be extremely well documented, fair rolls here. Okay. Here's the game plan. Vision is blurring. You're hanging on. You're hanging on by a thread at this point. You're reaching. You're trying to kind of lash out against this creature, but it's very powerful. You don't know where anyone is. You've completely lost your sense of which way is up at this point. Oh gosh, I'm shaking the floor with my leg shaking.
My daggers are away from me.
You've
my crossbow's waterlogged, but I still have my bolts.
You still have your bolts.
This thing has open wounds.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Time to fill some holes.
In order, it's going to be a face danger move, or maybe secure an advantage to give you one last chance for a little bit of momentum. Assuming a hit on secure an advantage. On a hit, you can go into a strike. On a miss, you have to endure harm. And that's
Tell
where
how much you like
things start to go
how
bad.
much you like its eyes again.
Yeah.
No, he's got open wounds I'm aiming for now. Wherever we've landed arrows in it, I'm aiming these things.
All right, so let's see. Endure harm. I got to make sure I get this right because I don't want you to be dying on a mistake. If you're gonna die, you better die. You better earn it.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, we don't want to have to put this into review and then bring you back. All right. So when
Plot twist: he is the drowned.
When you face physical damage, suffer health equal to your foe's rank. So that would put you at 0. If your health is 0, suffer momentum equal to the remaining, and then either strong hit. So on endure harm, only on a miss do things really go badly. Only on a miss on the endure harm do we have to start dealing with potential death rolls. Not a weak hit is even good enough. Even a weak hit is good enough. But we're just assuming that's not going to happen.
A weak hit is good enough to not die, but
Yes.
not good enough to kill it.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine if he gets the secure an advantage, he gets the strong hit on the strike, and then he rolls a 100 in the fight.
Stop it! That's why we don't let me roll the in the fight thing.
That's true.
Because it only does that to me.
All right. But just to be clear, there's not really a chance Oh, gosh. There's not supposed to be a chance of a death roll at all unless you miss on Endure Harm.
So I might just get like knocked out to sea, separated from the group, and I'll be off on my own adventure.
Maybe for a little bit.
Tune in on Thursdays. See what I'm up to.
We're going to start with Secure an Advantage.
All right.
Okay, so this is going to be... you are getting a hold of your crossbow bolts. You're trying in the... You're fighting off the dizzying... disorientation of the sea, the creature swimming, the pressure.
What am I rolling here?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I want to give a little bit of leeway here somehow. Let's make it an iron roll 2.
Okay.
Observing, we're using wits. You're taking note of the existing wounds, and you're going to try and line up a shot there. Line up a stab. So this is you just trying to grab your item. Oh no.
Okay, hang on, baby. Hang on. When you burn momentum to improve your result in combat, envision your experience. Once per fight, you can take initiative when burning momentum to improve a miss to a weak hit.
All right, keep in mind, is that where you want to burn your momentum?
Well, because on this, take 1 momentum after I reset and add a +1 when I make my next move.
Oh,
so
okay. That is
kind
of worth it. That is kind of worth it, isn't it?
Because that's when I'm actually striking at this thing, right?
Well, and a weak hit, if you do burn your momentum, Glenn, you have a 6. That would put you above that 5. So that would be a weak hit.
It would. But
I have to keep myself
the big
because I'm screaming.
I know. Here's the big thing. You need a strong hit on the strike move to end the fight.
So I could not get this advantage and keep my momentum for the next hit, even though I missed this.
Yes, you wouldn't gain the advantage.
I don't fail to get my bolt, and I can't attack now. I just don't get that extra momentum for getting that advantage.
Right. Basically, you can just kind of like go hand-to-hand combat with this thing.
So I think the 6, because I'm going to reset back to like a 2 or a 1 or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty low.
All right, I'm going to hang on to that in my pocket then.
Okay. But what? How do we pay the price here? I mean, you don't manage to get your crossbow bolts out. You're going to be just barehanded.
Just jamming a finger in there.
Yeah. Pretty much. All right, we have to roll to pay the price, and we just have to hope that it's not harmful. The damage number is 60 to 68. Stress is 69 to 76. A 6.
Ooh.
A person or community you care about is exposed to danger.
That's the second time that's happened today. Who cares?
Yeah, I know. We'll deal with that another time.
We are too far out of range to be affected at this point.
I think, remind me when this is resolved, I think you guys are enduring stress. That's what that means. But I can't,
that's fair.
I can't take focus away from Glaine right now. All eyes on Glaine and his roles here. Okay, so this is it. You're going to have to make a clash roll. It's not a strike because you don't have initiative. And it is close quarters. It's going to be a roll of iron.
Which is a 1.
Which is a 1.
Which needs to be a strong hit.
It needs to be a strong hit. If you get anything else, you're enduring harm.
So my momentum needs to be able to help me if I don't nail it.
Yeah, fingers crossed that it's going to be enough. But we just need a strong hit right here, and then we can end the fight. once and for all.
Yes!
Miracle of miracles. Dobbs must have finally
Yes!
taken mercy on us and hit the button on the
Okay,
freaking
then there's still one more
dashboard.
roll.
There is
There's
still one more roll. And this is the one that could really send things badly. All right.
I have one request if this goes sour. If I drown here, I want them to have to fight me as a Sonic.
Understood.
The curse of
Okay.
Oh, come on.
All right. Oh man, I'm shaking.
No tens, no tens, no tens.
All right. Iron Progress 10. This is 10 on the track versus 2 dice rolls. Technically, we just need to get one of those to not be a 10.
Holy!
What?
The foe is no longer in the fight, but I think there's nothing for it. We've got to endure harm one last time. Oh my gosh.
So is this
You
harm
have
that I'm taking from the Fishman, or is this harm I'm taking from the long swim back up to the top to see if I make it?
This is you kind of grappling with this creature. All right, so Glane is at a loss. He's frantic. He can't breathe. He's out of breath. He's operating purely on animal instinct. He's reaching. He's clawing. He's gripping. He finds the wound, and he just digs in, just drawing on any strength he can just to try and rip, tear, anything. He feels a struggle, a kick, and he holds on tight as the waves wash overhead. He thinks he can hear the surf above, but he's not even sure which direction that is. He's being twisted and turned under the sea. He's gripping. He's holding tight. He's just trying to just dig in as much as he can. His eyes are clenched tight. Even the dim light he once was seeing is nothing. It's just blackness now, which is turning to red. He's tearing, and then in a moment he realizes that somehow in all of the struggle, this creature has stopped struggling. And for a moment, Glane feels a euphoric sense of victory, and then a dawning dread as the blackness begins to return. Glane, you are at 0 health. You are now at 6 momentum. You must roll to endure harm. This is an iron roll 1.
But you have enough momentum, you should survive even if you fail, right?
Fingers crossed.
We'll see.
We'll see. You have just enough to make that a weak hit.
I would like to do that.
I figured you might. You were 1 point away.
I was about to leave the call. I had my finger on the button. I was ready to leave the call.
People would have never seen me again. GDB's over.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. On a weak hit, you press on.
No, Dave's gonna have to try to heal him. And that went bad last time.
Oh. Within that inky blackness, for just a moment, you hear a distant and faint sound over the roar of the twisting and turning sea. As you are floating helplessly beneath the waves, a distant mewing is heard in the back of your mind. shaking yourself and just clawing for the surface, just scratching at the sea for even one moment's breath. You burst forth from the water, air filling your lungs once again. You take one deep, struggling breath in the middle of the shipyard. No, Glane is outside of the cove. He is in the ocean here, not far from the entrance to the cavern. But in this dark night, he is just flailing at the sea, out of breath, exhausted, just searching for something to claw to. And then on the surface of the water, he begins to be tossed by the waves. But he is, in this moment, alive. Serene. Torgen. You both need to endure stress. You just lost your friend. Acquaintance?
He may or may not be dead. We don't know.
Yeah, you just saw him drowning, being carried off to sea. Torgen, in that one fleeting moment, you almost managed to grab, but did not quite catch the fleeing creature, who has surely taken your friend off to a watery grave.
Do I get... I'm not really facing off against the foe.
No, but this is going to be a fairly shocking moment. Appropriate to the situation. I gotta say that's got to be a 3 right there.
Okay.
Not only knowing, not an iron roll 3. Well, actually, in your case, it is an iron roll 3 because you get to use your heart roll because it's higher. So you get a strong hit. You can either spend a momentum to bump your spirit back up to 3, or you can take a momentum to bump that up to 8.
I'll bump my spirit back up.
Okay.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
You are rolling spirit or heart, whichever is higher. Iron roll 1.
Iron.
Ooh, miss. -1 momentum, that's all. Because your spirit is greater than 0. That's all. If you had one less spirit coming into this, that would have been a possible death roll for you too. Yay!
I went into this dying, and at the end, I'm the only one that's not even close to dying.
Huh.
It didn't even touch me this entire time, and somehow I still could have died.
Not died. Face desolation.
She doesn't even approve of me being alive, and now she's very broken up about me going away.
Mm-hmm.
This was awful.
Oh no, the guy who lies to us is dead.
Yeah, it's more of the spirit track death is more of your spirit or sanity breaks. Which, if you still... All right, to give you guys some peace of mind on the death rolls. So, you have to endure harm, be brought down to 0 health, and land a miss on that endure harm roll. If that happens, then you have a table of possibilities. 50%, nothing happens. 30%, you're out of the fight, but you're mostly okay. 10%, you need healing immediately. Well, within an hour or two. And then 10% is, this is a mortal blow. You now have to make the face death move. So it's like, not only do you have to be brought down to 0 HP, but then you need to miss on an endure harm. And then there's a 10% chance that you're going to face death, which is one last roll. And if you miss that, you're dead. Weak
Turtle
hit.
luck.
You can still survive a weak hit on face death. Maybe. If that's what you want to do. You kind of have an option there of like a noble sacrifice or... Alright, so... And then there's a similar track for Spirit, where if you have to face or endure stress while you're at 0 Spirit, then you face Desolation. Whew. Alright. So, here's what's up.
Oh.
Glane is out of this mission. You do not see him out there. Serene and Torgon have a moment where there is no noise but the crashing waves, the spray of the sea filling the cavern. Nothing else. The flickering torchlight sizzling amidst the sea spray. As far as the two of you know, Glane's gone. And the Sword of Zura.
Can we at least find his daggers in the shallows by the island?
Yes.
Oh, I'll hold on to one. I'll give Morgan the other.
Yeah, I'm kind of defenseless now. I assume I still have my spear, but that's
Yeah, you've got your old spear,
and shield.
and you have a dagger.
And your shield.
And the shield. Your trusty shield. That's your real weapon. Serene has a dagger and her bow.
Somehow I actually benefited from this net weapon gain here.
Oh yeah, Serene's ecstatic.
No, my spirit just went back up to 5. I got a dagger. It's a fancy one too.
He's gone, and I looted him. That's what he gets.
He would have.
It's what he would have
that
wanted.
way.
Well.
So, when exactly did the sword go away? Like, is there any hope of recovery for that?
As far as you know, it's gone.
So we have to decide, are we going to press on with the mission, or are we going to try to hold on to some sort of hope that Glane is still alive?
Those aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah. We're gonna have to find a way to get into that shipyard, because that's our way out now. And... I mean, my shadow stat isn't awful for still sneaking around.
That's true. You're no infiltrator, but...
I know a little bit about stepping lightly.
Is Glane going to try to find us?
Glane is out of the mission.
He's out altogether.
Like, his best case scenario at this point is washing up on the beach and hoping that Amara finds him before a Brotherhood sentry.
More or less.
I mean, I feel like the loyalist and heart in me would say we have to go find him, or have some sort of closure that we find his body.
Well, we know it was where it was taking him. We can try and swim the tunnel again. Because we know what we need on the other side of that, or we can backtrack and try and find our way there through the rest of the cavern.
No good choices.
Nope. This does the whole thing with this game is it very quickly becomes a lot of hard decisions with no great choice.
You know what? Serene's intelligence is higher than mine, and I'm just gonna let her decide.
Morgan just looks at Serene, hopefully for guidance. Tears leaking down the edge of his face, like, what do we do?
In this moment,
And
he's
she-
just broken.
She struggles not to shrug her shoulders. She's like, well, we can try and follow the path it would have taken, but if it's still alive, that could be bad for us. I would rather
That's-
not add to its kill count.
Yeah. As far as you can tell by watching what unfolded, like, the creature just went off with Glane and was never seen again.
It may have drowned him before it bled out. Oh. He just looks at Torgan and just kind of shrugs her shoulders. It's like, I think we have to backtrack out of this tunnel and try and get back to... try and get to the shipyard another route. Like, I don't know what else we could do at this point. Like, because we're still stuck behind enemy lines. And we can't help anybody from here until we help ourselves.
I'm with you.
So you want to get out of here?
Well, is there any sign that that with all of the noise that we've been detected?
No. So if you want to try and get out, you have that option.
We are fairly isolated here, though. Like, this might be our only chance to try and rest and recover. So the question is, do we take a moment and breathe? Or do we make a break for it? And looking at the clock, this might be a good time to decide to figure that out next time.
We probably at least want to know kind of where we're heading.
Turtle, what do you think? Do we make camp and hope he shows up magically? Or wait for it to come back and drown us too? Or what do we do?
I think we got to get out of the water.
Alright, so we're gonna backtrack to Dry Cavern. I have my maps I've been making as we've been going. There was a section of this route that we were still isolated from the Brotherhood, but we were on dry ground. So I think that's our goals. We're gonna try and get back to dry ground, and then we can't properly make camp because we can't start a fire or anything, but we can at least try and dry out our gear.
Okay, so you're not trying to escape the whole thing. You're not leaving the site. You're just trying to find an alternate route.
We're falling back to a dry position to prepare to find an alternate route.
Okay.
We're gonna take a
ooh.
regroup. We're gonna take a regroup maneuver here.
Okay. The last... like, you're on the island now that's in the middle of the cavern. All
we had
previous
some
locations were kind of stealthy areas that you were sneaking through. There was not really a safe zone.
We had a place where the water was only ankle deep. when we first branched off onto this route, according to my notes.
Yes.
Where, at least on the sides, like it was mostly dry.
Yes.
So, once we entered this kind of sideways route. So our goal, ankle deep water, at least nothing can sneak up on us.
Okay, that's
and it'll
fair.
give us a chance. It'll
You
give
won't
us a
be
chance.
fully dry,
Yeah.
but you'll be safer.
Yeah. It'll give us a moment to regroup and bandage each other up and do whatever we can to kind of stop, breathe, and figure out what our next move is.
Okay. All right. And then from there, possibly proceeding deeper into the caverns, but maybe the same route, maybe an alternate route.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what our options are.
I guess the idea is that if that thing really did carry Glane off to sea, then it's left its tunnel. Glane's sacrifice would not be in vain.
Yeah, but we don't know if it would come back, because that's where its lair is. So if it successfully drowned him, then it would return to that spot.
That's true. That's true.
Drowning one person does not put their spirit to rest.
Good point.
It's not a one-for-one exchange.
It's like, all right, I'm done. I'm done drowning people now.
Well, it doesn't release their troubled soul to the afterlife.
Right.
It would be more dramatic if we stormed in to now avenge / try to find it and kill it now. That would be more dramatic.
Yeah, Serene's not necessarily a flair for the dramatic. She has a appetite for the practical and strategic.
all heart.
I was going to say at the same time, my stupid heart and lack of brains is wanting to rush in.
We can swim for it. I'll take the lead this time, I guess.
If you want to go for it, you're 2 rolls away from succeeding.
I only have a 3 momentum, though, so you really need to take the lead on this one.
I want to try to go save Glane.
Ooh.
Alright.
I would really like to.
Glane?
Yes.
Any input?
I'm out of the mission. I'm not in the room.
All
Look,
right.
whatever they do is what
Fair
they do.
enough. All right, so there's a moment of quietness. There's a moment of a sort of stilted movement of almost a sort of robotic movement of just grabbing the daggers, restringing the bow, going through the motions, and then discussing which direction to go next. Neither Torgan nor Serene mention what they both just witnessed. Dancing around the subject.
Serene finally settles on, well, if there's any chance we're getting your sword back, we have to follow.
Never mind Glane.
I would say more...
We're not talking about that, but she's gonna choose to focus on the sword.
Right. Well, at some point, Torgan just turns to the cove going out to the sea, and he just starts walking into the water, and then just breaks into a swim.
Serene, against her better judgment, follows him.
Okay.
Notably against her better judgment.
All right.
For the record.
Then we need to make a move here. Make sure there's no assets for this. No.
I'm gonna get to sit down and write some really epic poetry when this is done.
Yeah, seriously. Iron Roll 3 from Torgan. Ooh. This was to face danger, a strong kit, +1 momentum. All right.
Just for Torgen?
Just for Torgen.
Okay.
I mean, you're there too, but he's leading
I'm
the
being
scene.
greedy. I'm being
there too.
momentum. I'm being momentum greedy right now because I'm unaccustomed to being as low as a 3.
It feels like it's better to have someone at high momentum to get. Apparently, ending the fight is really hard. Torgen swims out into the black night. The salt-soaked walls of the caverns open up into the coastline. Jagged, rocky walls all around as the sea crashes against the island. Torgen looks out into the inky black expanse, seeing just the ocean horizon as far as the eye can see, searching for any sign. And against all odds, a spluttering, weak cough is just barely heard over the crashing waves. Torgen pivots and sees against the rocky wall, clinging to one craggy stone jutting out from the sea, is the battered and beaten body of Glaine, who is very much alive.
But only barely.
Barely. But alive. And as he's clutching, shivering against that cold stone, you can see just a glint of moonlight. He has in one hand the sword of Zura.
Yay.
And in the other, just a fistful of some kind of fleshy residue, bloodied on it all over his hand. Yeah. He did. Good job.
Even at the verge of death, he had to rob the corpse.
That's
I took everything it had. All it was skin, but I took it.
That's not usually how grave robbing works. That's not what you're after typically.
Like, even working purely on instinct, at barely conscious, he still had to loot the corpse.
Mm-hmm.
How Glaine is that?
The three of you make your way back into the cavern. Glaine being more dragged along than anything. Mm-hmm. Thank you. And there you make it back to that small island of dry land. But now with confirmation of multiple things. One, Glaine being alive, and two, the Sodden being dead.
Okay, I think this is a good place to make camp and heal checks and all kinds of good
I think so.
housekeeping business.
Yes. And then after making camp, we all breathed. All right. Supply of 4. Iron roll 4.
Someone else.
None of us have been rolling well tonight, guys. Dobbs, you roll it. You're the only one who rolls well.
I can't burn momentum for it.
Oh, well, then I better.
It is a 7!
What?
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. This is a really, really low risk roll.
We still lose supply.
Yeah, I think that is
We'll
probably
go
what.
Fishing. It's fine.
I think that is what happens here. There's no more camping. It doesn't work. All right. So Serene and Torgan getting Glaine back onto the island.
Fishy.
You quickly work on trying to start a small fire. You grab as much kindling as you've carried with you, in hopes of just kind of getting Glaine dried off.
You know what the stupidest part of this is if I would have let Serene use her bard ability, I would have got a +1, and then I would have beat it. I would have beat it with no.
No, that's a different thing.
No, I still wouldn't have beat. No, there was no. No, everything's wet. We can't make a fire.
Yeah.
It's wet.
Yeah, the kindling is lost. The spray of the ocean, it's just too much. Kind of in anger, just kind of chuck it into the water. Just realize, oh no, just. Everyone's extremely stressed. Spirits are low, but people are alive. Do you dare make a heal check?
What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, I get to roll a 5.
It's a 5. It's a 5. How can it fail?
It's a 5. Try to give Blaine a healing.
Two
We're gonna
tens or
try
4 or
and-
5.
We're gonna try and heal Glaine.
This has been too much like Darkest Dungeon.
Okay, we're iron rolling 5. We're gonna heal Glaine.
Here we go.
Now I get a strong hit.
There it is. And not only, but because when you heal a companion, ally, and score a hit, take 1 spirit or 1 momentum. So this is for Serene.
Both are awful.
I know.
Let's take the spirit. That's harder to come by.
Okay. And now, because it's a strong hit, your care is helpful. You can give 2 health.
We just sit there and, like, pump water out of his lungs.
Basically, you're just kind of trying to get him back into some condition where he can stand. Glaine, you were out for a bit. Everything that happened as you blacked out was basically just on pure animal instinct. You were so close to drowning that delirium began to set in, and you don't really remember being carried back to shore. You don't remember clinging to the rock in the moonlit night against the backdrop of the blackness of the sea. But now, lucidity begins to return with you back on this island. Nothing more than torchlight illuminating and very slight, giving you slight comfort and warmth as you come back to your senses. Serene is patching you up. You're covered in someone's blood, and you have a white-knuckled grip on Torgan's sword.
I'll trade you.
I reach out to Torgan with the sword, with my grip, and as I start to give it back to him, my grip instantly goes to like a shaking hand. Like I go from death grip to like shaking. As I give it back to him, I just drop it on the ground.
Well,
Oh man, now I have to give him back his dagger.
That's what I meant by I'll trade you.
Put
All right.
my daggers back in my sleeves and
The next Brotherhood guy, we have to slit their throat. I'm taking their daggers and they're mine.
it hurts to talk, so I just look at Serene as she's patching me up and I just kind of like nod a thank you.
well. I think we stop here. We're only like 2 rolls away from success on the dungeon, but we were two
Nice.
rolls. We were 2 rolls away 2 hours ago. So,
Ooh.
I mean, if you want to go for it, all we need is 2 hits, and then we could.
First sign of trouble, we can do a to be continued.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's
And we-
go for it.
All right, let's
Go
do
for it.
Oh my gosh, I am.
Let's go for it.
Blaine
My heart can't take much more.
buckles his knees and he stands up. Then he looks out like a little circle window at the rest of the fortress. He's like, let's get this over with.
Okay, so in this this one piece of solid land, you are going to press on, knowing the Sodden has left its lair and is cleared out from its tunnel. You have a clear path to the shipyard. You need to make a roll to delve the depths.
What kind of roll is that?
It is always whatever you want, edge, shadow, or wits. If you're going with haste, edge, with trickery or stealth, shadow, and with observation, wits. Now, what we're really worried about is with a strong hit, you make it. You got through. If it's a weak hit, there's a chance of a danger. So we want to find the one that has the least chance of a danger, which is Shadow. Shadow only has a 31% chance of danger, compared to 41 for Wits and 65 for Edge.
With my 1 momentum, I'll be sure to get us there with no problems at all.
That's the spirit.
Well, I have a 2 in Shadow, but I don't have any I only have 3 momentum.
Yeah,
I have
it's
7 momentum. I can correct some bad things.
And you have 2 wits, which isn't awful,
That's not awful.
but that's... And I mean, Serene's been taking notes. We could make a valid plan, I guess, maybe. Although, the notes are for mostly what's behind us. Not what's in front of us.
you've got a pretty good idea of what's in front of you.
Yeah. I mean, we had to swim through it once already,
Yeah.
technically, I guess.
Lean on Torgen's momentum, or
I think if we roll wits and lean on his momentum, and if there's any way we can sneak out a bonus here, find some kind of way to get an advantage.
Secure an advantage is always an option.
Yep. So how are we going to go about securing an advantage?
So let's see here. You are making preparations or gaining leverage. So you already know what's ahead, vaguely.
We had to swim through there to get to open water.
Yeah.
I like how
Or
we
we
came
found
back to this
Blaine.
point just to have to swim back out to where we were to save me.
Well, it was the only safe place we had. We could bring you to work on you and make sure you weren't dead.
It's true.
It was our best option at the time. So, we've scouted it, so we can make a plan of attack.
Yeah.
How many ships
argue.
did we see?
You never actually made it into the shipyard area.
Okay. We just were adjacent to it.
Yes. Yeah, based on the clutter that's kind of flowing from this cavern, you kind of know this must be where the shipyard is.
All right.
So you can secure an advantage with wits.
All right. I will roll the secure advantage. That's a low risk roll.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Yeah, and you can make this one as an aid your ally if you want.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give the momentum to Torgen, and then
Sounds
we'll
good.
have Torgen roll the advancement.
All right. Here we go. With wits. High and roll 3.
Oops. Let's actually type in the right box. That will help.
That's a momentum.
Okay.
That's a momentum. A short-lived advantage, but an advantage nonetheless.
Alright.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless. All right. So, you have made preparations, but you know your window is not very wide and you have to act. So it is time to delve the depths. And you're going to make it with wits, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so that does
He has
have
a 1 in shadow.
Yeah, it's not great. So we're just hoping for a strong hit here. A weak hit is okay, but a miss is not good. You have momentum.
I'm gonna make it it's gonna be a weak hit.
It's gonna be a weak hit. All right, on a weak hit, you need to roll a D100.
Oh, glad we did the advantage.
Yes. Yeah, that worked out. I'll let.
How do I roll?
Exclamation mark roll space D100. Anything more than a 40. 79. Okay. Choose one. And I think I know which one you're going to choose. You can either mark progress or find an opportunity.
Progress.
Progress. Okay. Traveling through the tunnel once more, bracing yourself for anything unexpected. You pass through, the torch extinguished by the water and stored away. So acting in basically pitch blackness for a time. You make your way through, feeling aground. The unsettling feeling of perhaps human bones below gives you pause, but you try not to think too much about it and press on. And emerge quietly into the neighboring cavern. Eyes adjusting to the light now. By comparison, this cavern is well lit. Lanterns line the cavern wall, driven in by thick iron spikes. The whole area is a massive cavern with a large opening into the sea ahead. Easily wide enough for a full-size ship to pass through. There are makeshift docks built along the side of the cavern here, high enough up to allow for easy boarding and loading. You see multiple ships docked here in this sort of makeshift port. And a few Brotherhood members lurking about. Taking a moment in your safe spot here underneath the docks. Yes. You look around and try to think back to the details you were able to extract from that one Brotherhood member. Though you didn't give it too much thought at the time, you now do remember a specific ship he mentioned that that treasures were being loaded onto. And sure enough, you see one notable chest of goods right next to the gangplank to one of the ships. There is a ladder leading up from the waters, and this area is fairly deep as well. in this area where you're standing now, you can stand, but it does drop off to a bit of depth deeper in. What do you do?
About how many Brotherhood members are around that we can see?
Let's see here. It seems the ships themselves are not manned. They're just in. Yes, they're completely surrounded. They're just docked. All right. Let's see. Do we have a favorable position here?
Well, I'm just wondering, like, if we were to like reach up and grab an ankle and no,
Right.
one of them tripped into the water.
Right.
Like, how many would need to accidentally trip into the water to clear the area?
Yeah.
Also, is there like a "Beware of Fish People" sign on the wall painted somewhere? Have they encountered Sodden in their explorations of this cavern?
That's a great question, but you don't have
This
any way of
system?
knowing.
Well, is there a sign?
You don't see
I'm
any
looking
evidence
for
of a sign.
Beware of Danger sign.
You haven't seen many signs in this place at all. They don't have a directory or anything like in the mall.
Sodden Crossing.
Yes. So
You know,
you've already encountered a few guards before, and the general feeling you get so far is that they feel comfortable here. They feel like no one is messing. This is their turf. There's no one around for 100 miles. It's just them getting to, get the ships ready, get the loot loaded, follow orders, keep your head down. There is a guard, but he's asleep. There are 2 other Brotherhood members that are in the process of bringing more crates on board to the ship. Taking a moment to actually observe, it looks like they have a very large pile of crates and barrels that they're loading up onto this one ship that has been mentioned. They've not gotten to the treasure chest. That one seems to be set aside maybe for last. But you are able to get a feel for how long it's taking them to actually load the things into the ship's hold, because they're doing it by hand.
so let's sneak aboard the ship, wait for them to load the treasure we want onto the ship. And then just slit their throats and sail the ship out and go pick up Amara. And we'll take all of their supplies and the treasure.
Ooh, not only grabbing the loot, but grabbing a whole ship.
We don't really need another ship, but we'll get all of their supplies too, which could be nice.
Better to
Risky,
have-
but yeah,
Who knows what else is on there?
We could park it next to our ship and transfer everything over. And leave.
that's true.
Well, and here's the thing, like, what else are we gonna do? We can't carry it out ourselves,
it would not be
so
easy.
we would at least have to steal a rowboat.
It will not be
Entire
easy to
ship.
pilot the ship out either.
Do we know that the treasure we're here to get is already on the boat, or could it be part of the stuff they haven't loaded yet?
We will say. Did one of you have a spyglass at one point?
We could
I
wait
did.
until
I do.
All
the
right.
treasure's loaded to get.
Serene has a spyglass. She takes a look at that ornate chest spotted on the docks, and she sees Captain Barnes' insignia on it.
Let's wait till that is on the boat. It'll be easier to steal it off the boat than it will be to steal it off the dock.
I like it. Okay, is that the plan?
Are we waiting until these guys are off the boat so they can go warn somebody, or are we going to wait until they're on the boat and try to?
That sounds like the plan is to wait till
Get 'em.
they're on and then quick tussle and then get out of here.
Yeah, because if we start driving away as they're walking up to it, they're going to start tooting
Yeah.
horns and
Yeah.
calling
I
people.
don't know if we want to steal the whole ship, or if we would just want to steal one of the rowboats off of the ship.
Then we have to load a rowboat.
Take the ship.
We're a bigger threat taking off with a whole boat than a tiny little dinghy.
We've kind of established that this is kind of before the time of explosives and such. So I mean, it's not like they have anything but arrows to shoot at us.
Yeah, but you're forgetting they can all shadow walk.
Well, not all.
And Blaine can't anymore.
I mean, can you shadow walk over water?
Only high-ranking people can do that, apparently. So
there's a good chance that none of the people here can.
These guys are very comfortable, so I don't think they're ready for a situation.
Right.
So our best chance may be to just
go for
abscond
it
with the ship.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so the plan is wait for them to get on board after they load on everything, sneak on after them, and just...
Well, we can sneak on now and hide on board. But...
Yeah. Well, whenever they're in a position where they don't see you coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kill them.
Couple of neck pokes.
Yeah, do what they did to our crew.
We'll probably want to wait for next week then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week it is.
Or it's not out of the question to make this just the delve move. Like, if you guys are actually sneaking up on them, a pair of very seasoned fighters, including one that's particularly keen at stealth, we could just make this the locate your objective move.
The finish the fight of the delve.
It's basically the finish the fight move.
Yeah, I mean, then we know what's up.
Yeah. What do you say? On
we can
board?
deal with the consequences next week, I guess.
Yeah, that's a problem for next week's crew.
Yeah.
To hell with them.
All right.
Just everybody, before we make any commitments, everybody just take a deep breath and look at the momentum column.
Well,
it is a risky move.
Does that even...
Nope, it's a progress.
roll?
It's a progress roll. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All
It's
right.
going to happen at some point.
Here we go. There it is.
Yes!
Yes!
Tides have turned. Locate your objective. When your exploration of a site comes to an end, roll the challenge dice. Momentum is ignored. On a strong hit, you locate your objective, and the situation favors you. Either make another move now with a +1, or take 1 momentum. And then the final move, escape the depths. When you flee or withdraw from a site, consider the situation and your approach. I want to say this is going to be kind of a special case. In a sense, this is going to be Shadow. Keep out of sight, roll Shadow, with a +1 from the favorable condition. Which means that Glaine can make this as an iron roll 4 on getting out safely. And this is going to be you guys taking out the guards and getting on the ship and sailing out of here.
It's my roll to blow.
That's right.
The worst that could happen.
What's the worst that could happen?
Don't ask that.
Iron roll 4. Here we go. 4 is a really good number, you gotta admit.
No whammies.
No whammies, no whammies. Stop.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, on a strong
my
hit,
breath a lot longer than I realized.
you make your way safely out of the site and take +1 momentum. Bing!
A 10! He rolled a 10!
He did roll a 10. It can't beat a 10, but it's a 10. That is a successful completion of a delve right there. So, here's what happened
None of
was.
us are dead.
So first of all, that is almost a completed vow. I want to say that goes to Max on the Treasure of Captain Barnes, and you just got to get that back to Amara, really, to turn it in effectively. It's kind of, you originally made that vow to Captain Barnes, but it's kind of shifted goal a little bit, and I think that works great. That now you've kind of made made it to Amara. Okay. You wait for the guards to get on board with all of the supplies loaded up. A ship full of supplies and treasure. Once on board, You sneak, following them as they're taking the final crate in. The battle is quick and decisive. Your victory is certain. The remains are swiftly dealt with for the fish to take care of. And you make quick work of the ropes that tether the ship. No time to actually untie them. You're looking for a quick getaway. Slice the ropes, and the ship begins to drift. Serene quickly runs towards the helm and manages trying to steer with the wake of the caverns. Fast forward a bit. You guys emerge from the cavern. The salt-soaked cavern walls left behind, and ahead of you, the first signs of sunrise as the ship slowly emerges into the wind of the morning. And
We
with
just
that,
coasted on autopilot out of the cavern into the fog.
we'll hand wave that. And with that, you drift safely and silently into the fog, invisible to the Brotherhood and any who may be looking for you.
Uh-oh, how do we get Amara, guys?
I think we can fast forward that to basically lifeboat to shore, sneak to camp, meet up, meet back, grab the lifeboat, head on.
Okay.
I think it's not going to be interesting enough to play that out in its specifics.
We walked, you see.
Okay.
And
All right.
with that, Amara is prepared to uphold her end of the bargain and see you safely through the shroud. And somehow, we survived. We entered tonight expecting Torgan to die. And
Instead, Glenn almost died.
all three of you almost met your end. Torgan actually fared the best.
Nothing ever touched me, and I was still somehow about to keel over. I don't know how that happened.
It will take more than that to down the king of Halloween.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
here's how I ended up, like, practically about to keel over. Like, I don't
Well,
Actually, in the best shape.
yeah.
Torgan
I mean,
almost got scratched to death. I drowned, and Serene got the yips.
yeah, I think that blow to the spirit was much more brutal than we were ready for. Oh. Whew.
like, I'll be fine, I just need to lay down a minute.
Yeah.
Fetal position. Scream.
Yeah, so Serene has had to, like, briefly kind of come face to the face with maybe losing one of her companions who she's been traveling with for months across the land. And while she is not really out loud or even to herself admitted that Blaine is a friend, seeing him being carried out to sea almost to certain death.
Yeah, that's a bit much. And it's not that he's not a friend. He's just not a... Oh, he's just bad at it.
Perfect.
We're not in the right stream to accurately describe what Glenn is.
Well, the PG version, I think, is just jerk.
Yeah.
Let's just say that he's a detective. A private detective.
Private detective.
Yeah.
So here's something, which we can deal with another time, but Torgan, you might want to look at Loyalist 3.
Okay.
this is basically, it's almost like a reroll for a challenge dice on a progress roll.
Is that in the lobby or is that in just DobbsQuest? It must be in the lobby.
I'll throw it on there somehow.
Okay.
But yeah, it might be useful, and I don't know the full details on how it works, but it looks like, I haven't verified, but it kind of looks like a reroll move for progress rolls.
Couldn't hurt.
Couldn't hurt. All right. Well, this has been DobbsQuest, episode 22, where somehow nobody died, although it got very close.
Excruciatingly close.
I think that's the closest we've gotten so far.
Well, we got really close in our first Molsk fight.
Yes, that one also got very close. But yeah. There was a tiny bit of buffer there, but there wasn't much left.
Yeah, I feel like Torgen was actually rendered unconscious in the Molsk fight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he actually, if he had not rolled if he had rolled a 1 through 10 on that D100 that time, he would have had to make the face death move.
So
Okay,
after this
that was
episode, we've been doing this for 6 months.
Wow.
Wow.
That's almost a year.
That's almost the 23rd of March was when you made the beginning of this.
Man. Time flies. And you haven't died yet. Though that would have been a nice, easy way to end the series. And he died.
End this on a high note.
Move in the next room with Hovercat and throw a glass at the wall. They're still alive!
Still alive. He's like a villain.
Oh my
like
gosh,
a
there were
super villain.
5 10s on screen at one point.
All against us.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a
Sister
similar thing in the last episode. I posted it to the DobbsQuest channel, where it's just everybody rolling 1, 1, 1, and you just see miss, 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 miss.
Just a reminder, I won't be
episode.
available on the 4th.
Yes. So that'll be 2 weeks from now. So we will still play next week. And we'll make some actual progress in like the overall quests, I think. I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't have specific plans on what's going to happen. We're going to roll for it.
He has no idea what's going to happen because he thought at least one of us would be dead.
I figured I just wasn't going to have to plan anything after tonight. That was very close. I was genuinely
Well, I guess
nervous.
on the 4th, Minecraft Monday will be back. He'll kill
Perhaps
us all
so.
next week for sure.
I mean, we'll see.
then
I might be into some new addiction.
And then the next week will be GDB.
Oh my gosh, it's almost upon us.
So we're gonna have a new to the new streams. You said new addiction. So like spreadsheets 101, how to
Probably.
with Dobbs.
Most likely.
This is how you install macros in Excel.
Yes.
Making
so
a
let's
Murder,
see.
DobbsQuest edition.
That's right. So yeah, GDB on the 9th and 10th of October. The starting, I think Wednesday night next week, Hovercat and Little Toadette are going out of town, and so I'll probably do some bonus streaming maybe Thursday. And I'm taking the day off on Thursday and Friday, so I might do some long streams.
Boy, I wish I had a day off.
Wouldn't that be something?
Aw.
You just gotta wait until people stop
38
buying
days to
Halloween
go.
costumes.
Are we down into the 30s?
No,
We're down
probably
to
not.
the 30. No, Wait, no. No, that's a lie. There's 41 days.
We got a timer for this.
Yeah.
I told you I've got a countdown clock at work that
Rules your life.
It does. It's you
Man.
will see it soon.
Well, all right. I think that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
This has been
Yes.
something else. I need to go lie down. Oh my gosh.
You almost killed me for my birthday without me ever taking a single point of damage.
I was genuinely nervous seeing all those red X's show up. All right, that's it. The end. Stream over.
It's over.
It's over. Good night, everybody.